The 2026 Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V are two of the hottest compact SUVs in the game right now, and choosing between them isn't as easy as it used to be. Both got serious updates this year, but depending on what you're after, one could fit your life way better than the other. Hello everyone, this is Sully from CarlandTV. It's time to hop in the front seat, because today I'm going to compare the 2026 Toyota RAV4 and Honda CR-V across the board, so you can make the right call before signing anything. Before I start, I would really appreciate it if you would push those buttons below. The subscribe button, the notification bell, all of them. This is not necessary, but those little clicks help a brother out. Plus, it pushes me to give you more valuable car-related content on your screen. Now buckle up and let's get back to the video. If you've ever owned a RAV4 or a CR-V, you already know why this matchup matters. These two have been trading blows for years, but 2026 shakes things up in a real way. One's gone all in on bold design and electrification, and the other is leaning harder into refinement and everyday comfort. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 comes in sharper and more aggressive than ever. Toyota completely overhauled the exterior drawing from the current Camry's design language. The front fascia features angular C-shaped LED headlights, a lower and wider stance, and three distinct trims with their own personality. The core trim has a 3D honeycomb grille and 5-spoke wheels, while the Adventure trim takes on a more rugged SUV profile with black body cladding, a wider track, and 6-spoke wheels. The GR Sport trim goes full-on sport-inspired with a Matrix-style grille, extended bumper spoilers, black accents, and aerodynamic wheels styled after the GR Supra. In contrast, the 2026 Honda CR-V sticks with a more refined evolution. The updates are subtle but intentional. The biggest visual change comes with the Trail Sport trim, which adds 18-inch all-terrain tires, a restyled front end, with a faux skid plate and black trim pieces to add a tougher presence. Outside of that, the CR-V maintains its conservative, functional silhouette with only small tweaks to its wheels and details across the range. Between the two, the RAV4 leans toward bold and dynamic styling with more expressive trim variation. The CR-V keeps it understated and clean, appealing to buyers who prefer subtle refinement over visual aggression. Also, Toyota is going all hybrid for 2026, and honestly, it feels like the RAV4 finally grew into what it was meant to be. You're either getting a hybrid or plug-in hybrid now, and both use a 2.5-liter four-cylinder paired with electric motors. The standard hybrid puts out about 226 horsepower in front-wheel drive and 233 with all-wheel drive. It's quiet, smooth, and more responsive than past RAV4s I've driven. Toyota tweaked the battery and control units, and it shows when you're pulling into traffic or climbing at a steady pace, so no more sluggish, rubbery feel when you step into it. Now the plug-in hybrid takes things up a notch. With 319 horsepower full-time all-wheel drive and up to 93 miles of electric-only range, it's more than just an efficient grocery getter. You can drive it like a normal SUV, but you've got real torque when you need it and can go all week on electric if your commute is short. Plus, it fast charges in 30 minutes and even lets you power things off at home or at camp. That adds real value beyond just MPG numbers. Over on Honda's side, the 2026 CR-V hybrid stays focused on smooth, no-nonsense driving. It's got a 2-liter engine and dual-motor setup, making 204 horsepower, and it's available in both FWD and AWD. The Trail Sport and Sport Touring trims come with AWD standard and even throw in enhanced low-speed traction control. It's not quick, but it's incredibly well-mannered. The CR-V doesn't lurch or surge, and it settles into highway cruising without a fuss. It's quieter inside too, and for some folks, that calm, refined feel will beat out Toyota's power advantage. So it's a question of priorities. The RAV4 gives you stronger acceleration, more variety with the PHEV and off-grid features. The CR-V holds it down with better ride isolation, steady power delivery, and strong fuel economy without trying to show off. Next, let's climb inside and look at the interiors. Because day to day, that space matters just as much as what's under the hood. You sit in the 2026 RAV4, and right away, it feels like Toyota's aiming for a cockpit vibe. Everything's grouped into what they call island architecture, which basically means your main controls are boxed into clusters that don't require hunting around. The digital instrument panel is crisp at 12.3 inches, and the infotainment screen varies depending on the trim, either 10.5 or 12.9 inches. It's sharp and responsive, but you'll be tapping the screen for your climate controls now, since there are no physical knobs. I've driven enough cars to know that's a love it or hate it thing. Toyota at least locked that section to the bottom of the display so it's always visible. Materials feel a step up from the last model, especially in GR Sport and Adventure trims, where you get contrast stitching, better padding, and fewer cheap plastics. You can spec a 9-speaker JBL system if you care about audio quality. The CR-V's cabin, though, takes a different route. It feels like a space designed for people who don't want to think twice about how to use it. Knobs where you want them, a logical layout, and nothing hidden in layers of menus. The dash still uses that slick honeycomb vent design, and the 9-inch touchscreen now comes standard across all trims. If you go with Sport L or higher, you get a larger digital gauge cluster too. I've driven the Sport Touring, and the 12-speaker Bose setup is solid clear highs, decent bass, and no weird tuning. You also get built-in Google navigation and wireless phone integration standard, which is huge if you hate fumbling with cords. Between the two, the RAV4 looks flashier and more tech-forward, but the CR-V leans into function and ease of use. Both are roomy, both are comfortable, and neither skimps on real-world usability. Toyota feels more futuristic. Honda feels more relaxed. It just depends on how you like your daily drive to feel before the wheels even start rolling. Tech and safety also matter a lot, and by now we all know that both the 2026 RAV4 and CR-V get it, but they go about it differently. In the RAV4, Toyota includes its full Safety Sense package across all trims. That means you've got automatic emergency braking lane, keeping road sign assist, and full-speed adaptive cruise no matter what version you're in. I've driven with this system before, and while it isn't the most aggressive or hands-on tech out there, it's consistent. It doesn't slam the brakes unexpectedly or ping-pong between lanes. Add in optional parking assist and a panoramic 360 cam on higher trims, and you've got enough to feel confident in tight spots or heavy traffic. The plug-in hybrid throws in a couple more useful tricks like vehicle-to-home power output and DC fast charging. That stuff's not just marketing. It comes in handy when you're parked somewhere with no outlet and still want to plug in tools or gear. Honda's CR-V Hybrid brings a solid response with its own Honda Sensing Suite. Standard features cover forward collision, warning lane keeping, assist blind spot monitoring, and low-speed adaptive cruise. It feels a little more polished now, especially on the highway. Starting from the Sport L, you get parking sensors, front and rear and on-the-trail sport, plus Honda added a new low-speed traction control system for slippery or uneven surfaces. It's not hardcore off-road gear, but it works surprisingly well crawling through snowy driveways or muddy trails. As for the tech inside, both brands have stepped up. Wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and phone charging are standard now. Toyota's infotainment feels more layered and feature-rich, but Honda's is quicker and easier to learn. End of the day, Toyota offers more if you're looking for hybrid-specific extras and charging flexibility. But if you just want a stress-free, reliable system that doesn't overcomplicate things, the CR-V keeps it simple in the best way. At the time I made this video, Toyota hadn't dropped official US pricing for the 2026 RAV4 yet, but you can read the directions. This thing is moving up market. Based on how they're building it and what the outgoing hybrid models cost, I'd expect the standard hybrid to land somewhere in the $34,000 to $36,000 range. The plug-in, you're probably looking at $45,000 and climbing. The trims break into Core Adventure and GR Sport. Core is your entry point, but even that gets solid standard equipment. Adventure is the one for folks who want that outdoorsy all-terrain look. And the GR Sport, which is the sharpest and sportiest setup, is likely the most expensive and probably the only way to get the plug-in drivetrain with all the bells. Honda plays it cleaner. The 2026 CR-V Hybrid starts at $37,000 with the Sport, and the top-end Sport Touring hits $43,000. The new Trail Sport sits just above $40,000 and adds standard all-wheel drive trail-tuned traction and chunkier tires. I've had seat time in the Sport L, and if you don't care about off-road gear or premium audio, it's the sweet spot. It gives you a digital dash, a bigger screen wireless everything, and better interior trim without hitting the ceiling on price. Toyota gives you more variety and performance potential, but it'll cost you. Honda gives you an easier path to real-world features and comfort without needing to overthink the trims. Between the 2026 Toyota RAV4 and the 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid, both offer solid packages. But if we're choosing a winner based on overall capability innovation and long-term flexibility, the RAV4 edges it out. Toyota's decision to go fully electrified pays off here. You get two strong hybrid systems, including a plug-in that delivers 319 horsepower and up to 93 miles of electric-only range, which are figures the CR-V can't match. It also adds DC fast charging, a more aggressive range of trims, and features like vehicle-to-home power that pushes it into a different tier of usefulness. The CR-V Hybrid is easier to live with day to day, and for drivers who prioritize comfort, quiet operation, and a more intuitive interior, it's still a fantastic choice. But it doesn't offer a plug-in option, has less power, and its AWD system, while improved, isn't as capable under demanding conditions. If you want the SUV that gives you more room to grow, whether that means going fully electric around town or tackling longer road trips with real performance, the 2026 Toyota RAV4 is the better all-rounder. It costs more, but it gives more. And in this segment, that extra versatility matters. Versatility matters.